Hey y'all! So I wasn't planning to do a video on this after I went live last night to discuss it already, but so much more has happened, so I'm going to break it all down. So everybody knows by now that Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, was placed back on house arrest after violating his probation. Well, this all started on the night of the MTV Video Music Awards. So the VMAs was on September 12th, and Nicki Minaj was the host for the night, and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion were scheduled to perform. And this got a lot of people riled up because Nicki Minaj had been taunting both Cardi B and Megan online and in her music for months. Her fans will deny it because she never calls a name, but it's obvious. Okay, certain things she does are just obvious. Like changing her profile picture to JT in the middle of JT and Cardi B arguing. Or her line, "I don't F with horses since Christopher Reeves." Everybody knows that was directed at Megan. She's been doing things like that for years, but it feels like over the last few months, she has escalated it. So everybody was looking out to see what would happen when they were all at the VMAs together. And leading up to the VMAs, Nicki had been posting a bunch of things hinting that she had something planned. So everybody was speculating, was she going to have all that smoke that she has online when she sees Cardi B and Megan in person? Well, Cardi B and Megan didn't give her the opportunity, okay? They just performed their song and they left right after. So whatever Nicki had planned, it flopped because they weren't there. And they were right to leave. Because y'all know if they were in the audience while Nicki was hosting, she would have been throwing shade at them, taking shots at them, and the cameras would have been panning to them to get their reactions, and it would have just brought a lot more attention to Nicki. Because y'all, Nicki Minaj is a superstar, okay? Her hosting the VMAs is a big deal in itself. But it's like she made that moment all about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. And she barely even hosted at all. So that moment came and went. But if Megan and Cardi B had stayed and they were in the audience, their reactions would have gone viral. It would have made that moment even bigger. And Megan and Cardi B refused to give her that, so they left. And that should have been the end of that whole situation. Everybody performed, the show was successful, the end. But then the next day, we saw Kenneth Petty and some guys, they were posting videos from backstage at the VMAs. And nobody even knew they were there until we saw those videos. And this is the part that I want you all to pay attention to. Because nearly all of the blogs that I see reporting on this situation, they leave out this part completely. The day after the VMAs, two alleged gangsters, they were posting videos on Instagram. And in one of the videos, they're just chilling backstage with Kenneth Petty, and he does his fingers like in the shape of a gun, and he says he was waiting for niggas to act stupid. So there were actually two goons posting threats the day after the VMAs. So I'm just going to call them Goon 1 and Goon 2. So Goon 1 posted a clip of himself and some other guys literally waiting in the VMAs toilets. And he captioned it saying, "They know they couldn't take a piss or shit if they didn't get cleared by the queen. Shit in your pants." And then Goon 2 actually tagged Cardi B, and he said, "Ask Cardi B why she mad. Big queens in the building. We just different on this side. Real sturdy, die-hard shit." Cardi B must have seen that, so she tweeted, "I ain't even flinch." Well, y'all, those goons went off again after that, and they started posting even more threats towards Cardi B, threatening to slap her and her family, all kinds of crazy stuff. This all happened before Offset decided to DM Goon 1. Okay, Goon 1 and Goon 2 were posting these threats before Offset slid in his DMs, okay? And this is the part that the blogs are leaving out. They are reporting it as though Offset just randomly messaged this guy to start trouble. Why would he do that? He doesn't know this guy from a can of paint. Offset was responding after those men had been posting threats towards Cardi B. That's his wife. Of course he is going to defend her. So Offset DM'd Goon 1 and basically confronted him and said, drop your location. And this guy started taunting Offset, saying stuff like, Offset is a pussy, he didn't get revenge after Takeoff was killed. Just trying to bait him into crazy shit. And Offset realized that conversation was going nowhere and he ended it. But this guy, Goon 1, decided, you know what, I'm going to get some clout off this. It was like Offset DMing him made his day. And he went live to tell the world about it. And this is where we see Kenneth Petty in that video. Mind you, Offset didn't message Kenneth, okay? He didn't mention Kenneth. He didn't say anything about Kenneth at all. Offset messaged the man who had been posting threats to his wife. So just the fact that Kenneth felt it necessary to even be in that video, that tells me that those people posting threats were doing it on his behalf. So Kenneth Petty and these goons, they're in that video hooting and hollering. They're waiting on a street corner to fight Offset. And this is when Kenneth Petty started making some very disturbing remarks, okay? He made a comment saying that he knows Cardi B and Offset are planning their vacation because he has his heirs to the streets, but what they should really be planning is their funeral. And this is really disturbing to me because, y'all, this man just admitted that he has been keeping tabs on Offset and Cardi B. Like, what does he mean he has his heirs to the streets to find out about their vacation plans? Why is he tracking Cardi B and Offset's vacation plans in the first place before all of this ever happened? So this tells me that Kenneth Petty has been planning to attack them long before this happened. They've been stalking and staking out Cardi B and Offset, waiting for an opportunity to attack them. That's what this tells me. So Goon 1 and Goon 2, and I guess we might as well just call Kenneth Petty Goon 3 at this point. So all three of them, they're in this video threatening and trying to intimidate Offset and Cardi B. And they're saying stuff like they will knock Cardi B's veneers out of her mouth. Y'all, these are grown men. And they have no beef with Cardi B and Offset apart from acting on Nicki Minaj's orders because she is the one with the beef. Anyway, y'all check out these videos.
Hoodie on, so they don't know where I'm from. They know where I'm from, though.
They know.
I can't act like I don't. Big Queens, nigga.
Yeah, sturdy, nigga. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Big fucking money, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Where the niggas is at, man?
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't know
Big
niggas.
Zoom.
They said you don't know niggas.
Big Zoom.
Planning that vacation. You
Yeah.
be planning your funeral, pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way to the street, nigga. Know everything, nigga.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Let's play. What's up?
We'll meet you there,
Let's
nigga.
play. Let's get it.
Let's
Let's
go.
get it.
Let us meet you there,
That's
nigga.
legendary.
man.
That's the sturdy.
Let's get it going, man.
We'll meet you on your vacation, nigga.
That's a fact.
They got Big Zoo outside.
They
They wanted to come at me at the VMAs, man. We ain't even do nothing to nobody, man.
What's poppin', man? What's poppin',
nigga-
man? Nobody hiding around here, man.
Yeah,
We
outside.
We ready, nigga. All the way up in
Yeah.
the
We ain't ducking that.
nigga. All the way up in
Yeah.
the
We ain't ducking action, nigga. We ain't ducking action,
Big
nigga. We ain't
New
ducking action,
New
nigga.
York.
Man, what's up, man?
Good money,
Run
man.
this shit, nigga. Keep playing
Yeah.
with me, man. All y'all bitch niggas, man. Let's play, man. Y'all wanna
Yeah.
play? It's all fun and games too. We wanna play too.
We outside.
Somebody
fucking
tell
games, you wanna
Offset,
play too.
cause Offset DM me. He DM me.
Come on, man.
Nigga
Fuck that
DM
nigga,
Cuckoo.
He off
Tell
the
him.
man.
set.
That whole gang could suck a dick,
Nigga,
What's
he
up?
off the set. Don't make us
Y'all,
put
suck
you
a
off
dick,
the
nigga.
set,
What
nigga.
the fuck is you talking about?
Nigga.
Up north, I had you scared, boy.
Niggas off
Up
the
north,
set.
I had you
Yeah.
scared, boy. A lot of
Ah.
y'all niggas. A lot
Me
of y'all
too.
niggas, man. Up
Me
top,
too.
y'all wasn't
Y'all
like
niggas
that,
checking
At
in?
all.
Keep believing in these niggas.
Legendary.
Keep believing in these pussy ass
Y'all
niggas.
niggas checking in?
Niggas is pussy, man.
Wow.
Super
Ah.
shots, nigga. Let's
Wow.
go, man.
Niggas
go,
been
man.
right here for man long, though.
Eh?
They say we
man.
dumb. We all dumb.
Yeah, super.
Fuck it.
Eh? We all
Offset, where you at? That's it. Gotta spin that shit. Them niggas at, nigga. There go Kanye, nigga. Know it's shop, man.
nervous, man.
know what's up, yeah? We outside. Big Zoo outside, nigga. Big Queens, right? Yeah?
Drop your low now, nigga. Drop your low now, nigga.
You got
Doing, man.
them niggas, all settled niggas, them niggas acting like niggas DM me. Yo, where you at? Where you at? Yeah.
We outside. We run this city, nigga. Don't let these niggas fool you. We run this city, nigga.
You see the addresses on the buildings, nigga.
up, man?
You see the plates on the cars,
What's
nigga.
up, man? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What y'all niggas
Y'all, let me just say that these are the dumbest bunch of goons I ever saw. Okay, social media has ruined gooning. Because back in my day, goons moved in silence. Now you've got goons filming themselves committing crimes for the world to see. You have goons trying to be social media influencers now. Like, what's next? You're gonna get goons starting on OnlyFans? Because, y'all, this was just crazy to me. Meanwhile, y'all, this was Offset. While Kenneth Petty and his goons were on a street corner looking like bums, Offset was dancing and having a time at Kai Cenat's house. And when he saw the videos, he couldn't help but laugh. And he had the best response. He posted himself doing rich people things, laughing at Kenneth Petty while hopping off a private jet.
I'm getting out the jet. These niggas talking about? What are these niggas talking about? These niggas broke. We up and off jets, bitch. Y'all niggas got there. Y'all niggas standing outside.
Y'all, that video just called me all kinds of broke, okay? But anyway, fast forward to yesterday. Kenneth Petty's probation officer stepped in the chat, okay? Now remember, Kenneth Petty just came off house arrest, I think a couple months ago. He was under house arrest for a year for failing to register as a sex offender when he moved to California. He was also placed on 3 years probation. Now, when you're on probation, you are being constantly monitored to make sure that you are following the court's orders. So Kenneth Petty violated his probation by sending death threats and by also just being around gang members and goons. Y'all, and those videos that they posted went viral. Cardi B's fans, they were posting the contact information for Kenneth Petty's probation officer, and they were tagging the police department in those posts. So obviously something was going to happen. Well, y'all, they have now placed Kenneth Petty back under house arrest for 120 days. Which, if you ask me, it's not enough, okay? Because this man is a menace. He has raped, he has killed, and he has a whole list of allegations against him. So it's like, how many chances do you give to someone who is showing that they will never change? They need to get this man out of society altogether because he's been given chance after chance and he chooses to be a thug. But anyway, he is back on house arrest, and you know what boggles my mind, y'all? Now, Nicki Minaj's fans are trying to spin this narrative that Cardi B and Offset snitched on Kenneth Petty. They couldn't come up with anything else, so now they're saying, oh, they snitched. Y'all, let me tell y'all something, okay? If somebody's making threats to kill you and your family, you will go to the police. That's what you're supposed to do. That is the mature thing to do. But it's like Nicki Minaj's fans, they wanted to see Offset and Kenneth Petty in like a Western-style gunfight or something. They want to see bloodshed. Mind you, everybody was speaking about how senseless Takeoff's murder was. And they were calling for peace and for black men to do better. But now that it's Nicki Minaj and her camp, suddenly they're all about violence. Y'all, when Cardi B had her case against those bartenders, it was all, oh my god, Cardi B sent men to beat women. Which was a lie, by the way. But now that it's Nicki Minaj sending men to threaten to kill Cardi B and knock the teeth out of her mouth, it's suddenly okay for men to assault women. That's how her fans think. Nicki Minaj and her fans want Cardi B and Offset dead. And it's crazy because all of this started over some stupid music beef. Nicki has her husband out here stalking and threatening to kill people because she couldn't stop Cardi B's career. She couldn't get Cardi B out of the industry. That's what all of this stems from. But anyway, y'all, going to the police when your life is being threatened is what any normal person would do. But the thing is, Cardi B and Offset didn't have to call the police. Their fans were calling and tagging Kenneth's probation officer. And y'all, Kenneth has a whole case going on right now with the woman that he was convicted of raping in 1994. She is also saying that he sent gangsters and goons to threaten and harass her. So y'all think she and her lawyers didn't bring this to the attention of the court because this helps her case as well. It helps her to prove that this man has a pattern of gang threats and harassment. So many people could have reported this. Cardi B and Offset didn't have to. And y'all, in any case, a report wasn't even needed because these idiots made all these threats on the internet for everybody to see. And the police use the internet too. Judges and probation officers, they use the internet too. This was viral. And his probation officer's job is to monitor him. Of course they were going to see it. Nobody had to report anything. So this whole snitching narrative, this is just Nicki Minaj's fans finding another way for Nicki and her husband to avoid accountability and excuse this man's violent behavior. Because Kenneth Petty is a violent criminal, okay? And you know, it's really sad to me. This man is a rapist, he's a murderer, and the way Nicki's fans love and defend him, you would swear he's Nelson Mandela or something. So Cardi B did respond, and she said to keep her and her man's name out y'all's effing mouths. Y'all, it must really be frustrating to be her right now because she does nothing. She bothers no one. And the only time you see her in drama is when she's responding and defending herself. But she never starts with anybody first. That woman was promoting her song. She was going to parties, minding her business. And these goons were just tagging her in threats and shit. So it's just crazy, okay? And y'all, I'm sorry, but to me, Nicki Minaj she's pathetic. I mean, it's been damn near 6 years since this beef started. And I feel like she let it go the first few years because she really didn't expect Cardi B to be around this long. She thought Cardi B would fade away and be irrelevant by now, but she had to sit by and watch Cardi B get bigger and bigger, and it enrages her. And it's crazy to me because it's not that serious. Y'all don't like each other, just stay away from each other. Y'all don't have to be friends. But to go to these kinds of lengths, y'all, to try to destroy somebody, it's crazy. It's like Nicki Minaj feels like she runs the female rap industry and she's this gatekeeper. She owns it, and to have a career, you have to bow down to her and praise her. And Cardi B wouldn't do that. She gave Nicki her respect, but she wouldn't kiss her ass. And I feel like that bruised Nicki's ego. And she thought, you know, after the whole shoe throwing incident, she thought the industry would turn against Cardi B, and it didn't. And Cardi B made her realize that she doesn't run this industry. So it's just an ego thing with her, the way she's behaving right now. Y'all, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to have to watch the woman that disrespected you and threw a shoe at you just keep succeeding and growing. And that's what Nicki Minaj had to do for the past 6 years. She had to sit back and watch this girl breaking her records, surpassing her, getting the deals that she used to get, getting invited to things that she used to get invited to. And she's boiling in rage. But I never thought I would ever see it get this far, okay? This beef, it's as big as Biggie and Tupac at this point. And the way it's going to end up with somebody dead. And it's just not that serious, okay? And y'all, Kenneth Petty, he is living the dream right now. He bagged one of the biggest celebrities of our time. He is set for life. But instead of relaxing and enjoying his wife's wealth, he's out here being a middle-aged goon. I mean, you are out of the hood. You are rich. You've been given an opportunity to do so much more with your life. And you're still finding ways to create problems for yourself. Y'all, Nicki got with this guy so she could have protection. And she wants to look tough. DJ Academics actually said that she has a habit. Ever since she got with this guy, anybody who says anything, like a blogger says something that she doesn't like, she will set her husband on them. Listen to what DJ Academics said.
Nicki is a disgusting human being. Nicki pulled up in my DM, but it didn't sound like nothing what the Barbs or anybody else was used to seeing her sound like. I posted the DMs. You know what Nicki said? Yeah, I'm gonna get my husband. He gonna pull up to you. Where you at right now, nigga? I'm gonna tell my husband to pull up on you, nigga. He gonna handle you right now. What's up? Whoa there, cowgirl. What are you talking about? Yeah, you gonna have to talk to Big Zoo.
So that's what DJ Academics had to see. And now Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, he is also sharing a similar experience where he's saying he has proof that Nicki actually hired goons to attack him. So check out what Jason Lee is saying.
If you know Kenneth Petty's parole officer, please send it to me. Email it to me right now. Send it to Hollywood Unlocked. Please DM us, because I'm going to call them and send them this receipt that I got of them trying to hire somebody to come get me.
And your Kenneth Petty's ex-girlfriend, Redbone No, she also spoke about him threatening her and sending goons after her because she had exposed some messages where he was telling her that he was only with Nicki for a bag. And after he allegedly threatened her, she said goons broke into her house and they assaulted her.
Oh, fuck this nigga Boosie, right in your mouth and talking my business. That's a fact. I'm gonna kill you when I catch you. Watch.
Oh, God, did you record that?
And then, of course, you have Jennifer Huff, his 1994 rape victim, who's currently suing him for threatening her and sending goons to harass her. Y'all, all of these people are saying the same thing. And you know what's worse? Goons don't work for free. All of these goons who are running around threatening people on behalf of Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, they're not doing it for free. Gangs don't work for free. Somebody is funding them, and Nicki's the one with the money. So it's coming across like she's using her money to fund gangs. And I'm almost certain that the feds are investigating her and her husband for this stuff. Y'all see how fast they got him for not registering in California? And y'all see how fast they responded to these threats? They're watching them. So I would not be surprised if they end up catching a case, because this is giving me that Nicki is using her money to finance gangs. And she brags about it in her music, actually. She just posted a snippet of a song, and she's rapping that she has killers who will pull up and do what she says. Like, your man is being watched. He's on probation. He has an active case for threats and harassment. And you're out here bragging that you have killers who will kill for you? Read the room. Y'all, it's like she's trying to send this man back to jail because they use music lyrics to convict people nowadays. So she's literally snitching on herself. Anyway, y'all, as of today, Nicki Minaj is spiraling. So she got on social media and she's advertising that she's going to be doing her Queen radio show tomorrow and that it's going to be one for the books. She will be naming names, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know damn well that she's not going to name any names when it comes to Cardi B. Okay, she did the same thing at the VMAs, claiming she was going to do something big. Nothing happened. So she's hyping this up, knowing that people will tune in just to see if she calls out Cardi B, and she will not. She's never been that brave. All she does is subtweet and throw shade, but Nicki Minaj, to me, she is the definition of a coward. Okay, she antagonizes these women online, but she makes sure not to say their names, so if they respond, she can turn around and say, well, I didn't call any names. That's her MO. She's been doing it since Lil' Kim. So y'all don't be fooled, okay? She's not going to call not one name that we care about. And y'all, this woman is not just a coward, she is a liar, okay? So she's attempting to distract from everything that is going on with her husband, and she posted saying that people have made swatting calls to her house and they made false calls to Child Protective Services. If you'll remember, some weeks ago there were some stories coming out about people making prank calls and, claiming people were in danger at Nicki's house, and the police did show up to her house on 2 occasions, apparently. Nicki's now somehow trying to attach this to Cardi B. She's talking about snitches in high places of the music industry. My God, this woman is mentally ill, y'all. And she lies so much. So in this post, she is saying that the person who made those calls to her house, they have never been found, they have never been mentioned, they have never been arrested. Mind you, y'all, just a few weeks ago, Nicki Minaj posted that a woman named Stephanie Bell had a warrant out for her arrest. Now today she is saying that nobody has ever been mentioned. They've never found anybody in connection with these swatting calls to her house. And then she goes, y'all, and I kid you not, she goes, so is it still protect black women or nah? Y'all, Nicki Minaj is now trying to pull the black card for sympathy. And here's my problem with that, right? Y'all, when Nicki Minaj spread lies that the woman her husband raped was white, and she dismissed that woman's whole experience, that was a black woman. When she accused the child that her brother raped of lying and saying that it was just a setup to get money from her, that was a black little girl. When she fat-shamed Lonnie Love, that was a black woman. When she was dragging Garcelle Bouvet and she called her a bitch and she made fun of her relationship problems, that was a black woman. When she was taunting Megan Thee Stallion and calling her a horse and making fun of her traumatic shooting incident, that was a black woman. When she antagonized Missy Elliott for simply congratulating her, that was a black woman. When she attacked Leanne Pinnock to defend Jessie Nelson, who is a white woman, blackfishing, Leanne was a black woman. When she called Coi Leray olive oil, making fun of her body, that was a black woman. When she insulted Lato's looks and called her a Karen, all because she wouldn't speak up on Nicki's issues with the Grammys, that was a black woman too. Y'all, I can go on and on and on with examples like these. Okay, Nicki Minaj has never been an advocate for protecting black women until it's something that affects herself. And that's a pattern with her actually. She never cares about anything until it affects her. Okay, so in this post, she's talking about somebody wanted a home with a child to be shot at, but you just had your man threatening to kill Cardi B and Offset. They are parents too. So your child matters, but theirs don't? Y'all, she seems to think that, without any evidence at all that Cardi B is the person who swatted her house, she just wants to believe that it's Cardi B. But her address is on the sex offenders registry for everybody to see, and there are a lot of people who don't like her. Anybody could have made that call, but she wants to pin it on Cardi B because she blames Cardi B for everything going wrong in her life. Cardi B is the reason for all her problems. Cardi B is the reason for the pandemic. Cardi B is the reason for the war in Ukraine. Y'all, I swear, I could picture Nicki Minaj like stubbing her toe and going, "God damn you, Cardi B, you will crumble." She blames Cardi B for everything. It's crazy. Y'all, I'm sorry, and in my mind, Nicki Minaj is a cancer on the female rap industry. She's at the root of all the drama. She causes chaos and division because she's just allowed this hatred for Cardi B to take over her whole life, to the point where her husband is keeping tabs on when Cardi B is going on vacation. Y'all don't find that's crazy? That is mental, and it's like nobody around her cares enough to get her some help or some therapy or whatever it is she needs to move on with her life. She has so much to be thankful for. She has fame, she has money, she has a family, she has it all. And it's still not enough unless she could destroy Cardi B. She's consumed by this hatred for Cardi B. Y'all, I just know she has a very unhappy life because nobody who is happy at home has time for stuff like this, okay? You know what I will say though is that I'm happy to see a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people who were on Nicki Minaj's side after this whole drama with her husband, they're starting to wake up and see, wait, she really is the problem. You know, apart from her fans, they're just programmed to agree with everything she says, so they don't count. But people with sense, the general public, they've been calling this out. A lot of people have been speaking about it, and you know, it's really nice to see that people are not being fooled by this woman's antics. So check out some of what people have been saying. Anyway, y'all, there is a whole lot more to talk about, but this video is long enough already. And you know, even as I'm finishing up, I see Nicki Minaj is still online ranting and raving on social media. She's telling her fans to go swat somebody's house. She's hinting that Cardi B called the police because her song flopped. Just all kinds of rubbish. Y'all, Nicki Minaj seems like she's on something.
It's getting cold.
Anyway, y'all leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to head over to Female Rap Report. It's a new blog and website that I'm involved in with a bunch of other people who are really into the female rap stuff like me. It doesn't look like much now, we literally just started it. But we have a lot of cool things planned for it, including that documentary on the Cardi B and Tasha K beef. That will be coming in parts on the Female Rap Report channel. So go like us on social media and subscribe to Female Rap Report. I will leave the links to all the platforms in the description. And here's a little preview of that documentary that's coming.
What we're gonna do now is take it back, all the way back to the beginning of this bullshit.
Alright then, bitch, I'm gonna take all your fucking bread. Say a lot of for the bitches in the back, yeah.
Bitch, I knew it was fake, and guess what? Because I knew it was motherfucking fake, guess what? I still made that shit go motherfucking viral, okay? I still made it go fucking viral, you dumb hoe, and it does nothing to my credibility at all, okay?
Look, gotta play it safe, no face, no case.